Digestion and excretion. What happens to food after you have swallowed it? After you have swallowed food, it travels down a tube called the esophagus and into your stomach. Your stomach is a bag where the food is mixed up with juices to form a liquid. It then passes into a tube called the small intestine. The food is broken up into useful molecules and proteins, which pass into your bloodstream and are carried to all parts of your body. Some of the dissolved food is carried to your liver. Your liver stores some useful parts of food such as vitamins and sugar and changes harmful substances such as alcohol, making them safer for the body. The remaining waste passes into another tube called the large intestine, where the water is absorbed and the waste becomes solid. The solid waste or feces passes through your bowels, which let you know when to go to the toilet. Why do we get hungry? We feel hungry if we don't eat for a long time. Our stomach becomes empty and our brain tells us that the blood is running out of energy. Hunger reminds the body that it needs to eat again. How long does it take for food to be digested? Digestion starts when you put something into your mouth and ends when the food particles pass into the bloodstream. Food stays in the stomach for 3 to 4 hours and then travels through about 8 meters of the small intestine. How much you eat, what you eat, and how long you chew food determines how long it takes to be digested. Normally, this is around 24 to 36 hours, with fatty foods taking the longest to be absorbed. How does your body get rid of waste? Your body gets rid of waste in different ways. Urine and feces are the waste products from eating and drinking. Carbon dioxide is waste that is produced by cells all over your body. When you breathe out, you get rid of carbon dioxide, which would otherwise poison your body. Sweating also helps get rid of excess waste from your body. How does the skin help excretion? Because it is the largest organ of the body, the skin plays a much more important role in excretion than you would imagine. We sweat out about 550 ml of sweat every day. Although most of this is water, sweat also contains chemicals and salts that the body doesn't need. Some foods, particularly herbs and spices such as garlic, can make your sweat smell garlicky as the unwanted toxins are released through the skin. What do your kidneys do? Kidneys are bean-shaped organs which are situated on either side of your back. Your kidneys filter unwanted water and waste products from your blood to form urine. Urine passes into tubes called ureters from the kidneys and is then stored in the bladder. When the bladder fills, you get the urge to go to the toilet. Urine passes from the bladder out of the body through another tube called the urethra. How much waste do you produce? The amount of urine you produce depends on how much you drink, but an adult passes about 1,500 ml of urine a day. Added up over a lifetime, your body makes enough urine to fill 500 bathtubs. Every year, your body produces about 50 kg of solid waste, or enough to fill a cement mixer in an average lifetime. How much will you eat in your lifetime? You will eat about 30,000 kg of food in your lifetime, or the equivalent weight of 6 elephants. Why do we put on weight? Food produces energy and makes our body strong. If we eat more than our body needs, the food will not be used up. Instead, it will be stored in our body as fat and we put on weight. How do you digest food? The digestion begins in the mouth itself. The teeth break bulk food into smaller pieces by chewing. The saliva mixes with the food and converts starch into sugar. Then through the food pipe, the food enters the stomach. Gastric juice in the stomach contains different enzymes which act on the food and convert it into simpler forms. The food then moves to the duodenum. Here the food mixes with bile juice made by liver and stored in the gallbladder and the pancreatic juice from the pancreas. The food, by the action of various enzymes, breaks down in the simplest soluble substances. Now from the duodenum, the food enters the lower parts of the small intestine known as ileum, where the absorption of digested food takes place. The undigested food now moves down to the large intestine. Here water is absorbed and the solid residue forms feces, which passes to the rectum, and then it is ejected from the body through the anus. How does your kidney work? The urinary system in human beings consists of 2 kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder, and urethra. The reddish-brown, bean-shaped kidneys are situated at the back of the abdominal cavity, one on each side of the vertebral column. The kidneys are made up of a large number of coated, tube-shaped filters called nephrons. They carry nitrogenous waste material and excess water from the blood and form urine, which passes via ureters to the urinary bladder. When the bladder gets filled with urine, it is exerted through the urethra by contraction of muscles around the urinary bladder. Waste material removal is important for all living organisms. Normal kidney function is essential for good health.